Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by Topps. Moving day continues in Rosemont, Illinois. Players moving up and down the leaderboard. Everything is fluid with Athletes Unlimited. Weather clearing up. Parkway Bank Sports Complex getting ready for the second game of two. It's going to be two teams that lost yesterday. Team Zirkle taking on Team Garcia. Told you that both teams lost yesterday. Both teams played really well. Got nothing to show for it. Morgan Zirkle is the captain of one team. She is someone who has been a part of every single game in the 4 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Softball. Total gamer, knows what she's doing. She'll be matching wits with Rachel Garcia. Rachel Garcia is the best two-way player in the world today. She accrues points with a bat in her hands and in the circle. This is year 4 of Athletes Unlimited Softball. 60 of the best softball players in the world divided 4 ways, 15-player teams for a 5-week season. Everything is tracked. Innovative scoring system. You get points for basically everything you'd ever do in a normal softball game. At the end of the week, the top 4 point scorers are named captains. They can pick their teams. They make all the decisions. And we play double headers each and every time out. This is doubleheader number 2 here in week 2. We still have a doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Glad to have you with us with my partner, Kenzie Fowler, All-American at Arizona. I am Eric Collins, and these are desperate times right now for both sides. They both lost yesterday. They need to get some points.
The games yesterday were electric, and unfortunately, somebody's got to lose, and it was both of these squads that came up just short. I'm talking a pitch here, a hit there. It was that kind of a pitcher's duel day yesterday. So this is your last chance to have a winning record, which in Athletes Unlimited is so important. All of the points are going to come to a hold after the end of this weekend, so this game for both these squads is a must-win.
All right, let's roll up our sleeves. Let's do it. Take a look at the starting lineup for Team Zirkle. And the easiest decision of Morgan Zirkle's week is filling out the lineup card with her name on top of it. She'll get us going. Amanda Lorenz in the 2-hole. Daniel Gibson hits 3rd. Delaney Wiz is the cleanup hitter. The rookie, Caroline Jacobson, didn't get a hit yesterday, but was so impressive, she's moved into the 5th spot in the order. Sydney McKinney, the shortstop. Gwen Svekis. Rachel Becker's going to get an opportunity to start. And another rookie, batting 9th, the second baseman, is Josie Muffley. All right, so that 9 will bat against Peyton St. George. St. George now in her 2nd pro season. She put up really good numbers last year as a true rookie out of Duke. Game's first pitch hits softly to the second baseman. Kelsey Harshman fields, fires, 1 down. All right, Kenzie, what do we know about Peyton St. George?
Yeah, Peyton St. George, she threw really well in AUX and thought she threw well last weekend from Duke. Was Duke's first overall commit. I love that storyline. It's such a legacy that she's left from that program. And she has a variety of pitches that we're going to be talking about. But the biggest thing with her is the off speed. We talked about it a little bit with Micah Sutherland, who came in on relief for Team Framo, with how many changeups and off speed she was throwing to each batter. Same thing with Peyton St. George. You're going to see multiple different types of off speeds in every single at bat that she faces.
Amanda Lorenz drew another walk yesterday. She has 6 walks in 4 games this year. And besides the walking, she's done a lot of hitting as well. 5 hits and 9 at-bats. So that is 11 times she has reached base safely with a hit or a walk in 15 plate appearances. On base percentage of .666. Yowza. Three balls and a strike. I think Lorenz the advantage here. Cue shot, gonna be a tough chance. Jesse Warren, not in time. Infield single for Lorenz.
Back-to-back off-speed curveballs from Peyton St. George. You saw the end of the bat from Amanda Lorenz. It's something that she throws consistently. And you look at the pitch arsenal here, see the changeup 53 miles an hour, and sprays the ball around. Has a good rise ball, should utilize a lot. It's always tough to hit off of pitchers when you're bringing the velocity high and tight, and then you have the low and slow, whether that's a changeup or an off-speed curve. Just really nice separation.
Danielle Gibson moves up in the box and takes called strike one. Gibson yesterday 0 for 2 with the walk. Before we had our game earlier today, Gibson was 24th on the leaderboard. But with one game underway, a lot of the players from Team Faremo and Romero able to move up. Into center field, Victoria Hayward. That ball had a lot of curve on it. Played beautifully by Hayward, 2 down. Well, we played one game here in this field, and probably 6 of the 7 innings were played in drizzle. It rained throughout the course of the morning and early afternoon, but it seems to have cleared. Here's Delaney Wiz, way out in front.
It's turned into a beautiful day here. I'm sure all the athletes in game 1 are giving some hard time to the athletes in game 2. Like, really? You have perfect weather for your game? Watching Alicia Ocasio and Kat Sandercock having to get through the rain, and it's never fun to pitch in when it's just constantly coming down like it was, but they did a really good job. And unfortunately, we talked about it, it did affect the first couple of innings. We saw some errant throws because of the rain, but no rain now.
Ball and 2 strikes to Wiz. Yeah, the final score in our first game, Team Romero won 10-3. The errors for Team Faremo, huge. They made 4 of them, leading to 4 unearned runs. Team Romero airtight, didn't make any errors, and they pick up the win. And they won 6 of the 7 innings, so a huge point total just in innings and the total win for Team Romero. 2-2 to Wiz.
I've already seen a little bit of everything in this, just this at bat alone from Peyton St. George. Saw the rise ball there with Wiz fouling it off, but also a couple of curveballs in the outside part of the plate, a couple of off-speed curveballs, which is a 10-pitch separator from that off-speed curve to the hard curve, but they look so similar because of the way they spin.
So the count's going to go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Run on first base, Lorenz will be on the move. There she goes. Routine Sis Bates. Side is retired. So a walk, a base hit for Lorenz, but no run scored against Peyton St. George. When we come back, Team Garcia to the bat rack.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Scoreless first half of the inning for Team Zirkle. That means that Team Garcia, should they score just 1 run, they'll have won the first inning and get a +10 for everyone on their side. Rachel Garcia, as the captain, fills out her lineup card with Victoria Hayward leading things off. Fellow Canadian Olympian Kelsey Harshman hits in the 2-hole. Deja Mulipola. There's Garcia in the cleanup spot. Taylor Edwards. Jessie Warren hits 6th for the 2nd straight day. Jasmine Jackson, Lily Piper, and Sis Bates rounding out the 9. So those hitters will bat against former Oregon State Beaver, Mariah Masson.
Second-year pro, was a rookie a season ago, and throws hard. Brings the velocity, one of the harder throwers in this league. And throws a little bit of everything. We'll see her throw curve, drop, rise. And to me, she's been working on her off-speed. So you see the change up there, 51 miles an hour. That's a pitch that's much improved for her, and a pitch that I really think she needs in this league to offset the heat that she's able to bring.
So the queen, Victoria Hayward, leads things off. Vic began the day 25th on the leaderboard. She was 1 for 4 yesterday in the loss against Team Romero. She's been playing high-level softball for a long time, was the youngest member of the Canadian national team when she was a teenager. She's been a big part of Team Canada for years and years and years.
Recently named assistant coach at her alma mater, Washington. We just talked about how Carrie Eberle is now the pitching coach for her alma mater, Oklahoma State, and now another one of these AU players. There's so many of them. You just go down the roster that are currently coaching in the Division I ranks, and a lot of them are at their alma maters, so that's pretty cool.
Hayward, Harshman, Mulipola. Two and two to Hayward. Classic Victoria Hayward. Handles the bat with the best of them. Super hard to get anything past her.
She'll be the hitting coach at Washington. That will be her responsibility. Has been at San Diego State, helped them get to their first ever super regional appearance this season. I feel like there's so many of these players in AU that are really going to carry our sport in the next 20 years, 20 to 30 years. Of course, they're still playing and we're enjoying their talents, but at some point they will kind of turn the page and continue to stay around the game and give all of their knowledge and pass it on to the next generation. And I love the fact that this league allows these players to do both. I think that's so dynamic and so good for our sport. Not only is that going to make them better players for them individually, but it's going to make them better coaches because they're around the best of the best. So they're always constantly learning and picking up drills, tips, picking the brains of the athletes that they want to emulate. Want to be a little bit like Victoria Hayward. Let's get into her mind. How does she do it? What's her approach?
Here's Kelsey Harshman. Harshman doubled in the game yesterday against Team Romero. Talking about coaches and still playing out in center field right now for Team Zirkle, Oregon Zirkle. I asked her, I said, are you still planning on playing AU? Even now your head coach at Marshall. And she said that's one of the things we talked about when I took the job is they encouraged me to continue playing. Harshman into the gap in left center field. That's going to be a double for Harshman. Runners on at second and third with nobody out, and a chance for an inning win for Team Garcia.
I feel like Victoria Hayward and Kelsey Harshman have played a couple of games together. They just, I feel like it's that Canadian connection. One gets on, the other one's going to get on. It's automatic. Both left-handed hitters. Vic's got the speed for days. She's going to read this all day long. Slides into third with ease.
Victoria Hayward just gave 10 points to Kelsey Harshman. Because of the hustle and the speed of Hayward to get to third, that allowed Harshman to get into second with a double. And both Hayward and Harshman will score on a double by Mulipola. 2-0 lead for Team Garcia. Wow. Couple of lightning strikes for Team Garcia.
Well, when I was looking at this matchup going into today, you think about these two teams, both were on the raw ends of the deal yesterday, lost both of their games. And so I was wondering who was going to throw the first punch, because I think that's going to be the separator. Both of these teams really trying to be the one to do it. And right now, Team Garcia very quickly already on the board with 2 solid hits from Harshman, Mulipola, and of course you have to tip your cap to the coach, Victoria Hayward, at the top, setting the table with the leadoff walk.
Here's Rachel Garcia. You got the runner on at second base, Mulipola, the champion of last year's championship season. And then you got the batter in the right-handed batter's box, Rachel Garcia, the champion of the AUX season back in June. Still nobody out. Now the person making all the decisions for Team Zirkle, pitching changes, lineup changes, is the center fielder, Morgan Zirkle. She's looking in at the entire field, so she's got a bird's eye view at what Masson is doing. And Garcia strikes out. That's the first out recorded by Masson. There's Zirkle out there in center field.
I think that's an advantage for a captain, because you do have to be dialed into the game, and it's very hard when you're playing maybe a corner and you're kind of focused on yourself. But when you're in center field, you have such a good view of the strike zone, so she can really see if Masson in the circles dialed in like you talked about, if she's missing some spots here or there, situational. I just feel like the vision. And as a pitcher, I would always kind of have this thing where if I was frustrated a little bit, I would look to my center fielder, because I'm like, if she's going to validate my frustration, that makes me feel a little bit better, because she's staring right down the same tunnel I am, watching the strike zone, watching the pitches come in.
Hey, just thinking off the top of my head, a lot of great pitchers have become head coaches. Lonnie Alameda, Florida State. A lot of great center fielders have become head coaches in the Pac-12. You got Laura Berg, you got Caitlin Lowe. And so being able to see the field and everything develop in front of you makes a difference.
And it's funny you mentioned Caitlin Lowe, because when I think of Morgan Zirkle, she reminds me so much of Caitlin Lowe. And it's not just the way that she plays center field, and she's incredibly fast, has the short game, but it's just kind of, oh, there's her view right there. That's great.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, but it's just kind of the way that she goes about her business. Morgan Zirkle's not a flashy person. She's very businesslike. When she speaks, it's going to be something that people want to listen to. And it kind of reminiscent of another center fielder All-American in Caitlin Lowe. Very similar characteristics.
Morgan Zirkle, even more than playing in all 6 seasons with AU softball, she's played in every game. Nice play. Sydney McKinney to her left, 2 down. Mulipola on at third with 2 outs. Next batter is going to be Jessie Warren. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 380 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. Well, a really goofy day offensively for Jessie Warren yesterday. She hit 3 cue shots, came to the plate 3 times. All 3 times just couldn't hit any softers, like she was swinging a rolled up newspaper. She got 2 hits out of it. Never got the ball to the outfield grass. Ball is just spinning off of her bat. But she'll take it. 30 years from now, she'll look at the box score and say, man, I had frozen ropes all evening long to get those 2 hits.
So we're going to take a look at, and these 2 cue shots like you were talking about, they were difference makers in the game. Got Garcia with a little bit of momentum, but here is the highlights that we really like to see is the defensive stuff from Jessie Warren. She'll give us more than that. Well, you just wait, stay around, and anytime she's on defense, you got to be locked in, because she can do this at any moment. Has a cannon of an arm, probably has the best arm here in AU, if I had to guess. Goes to her knees, just one of the best, if not the best glove in our sport at third base.
Good play by the catcher, Svekis. Runner on at third base, anything gets past Svekis, and it's another run scored. find it amazing that my analyst, who was from Tucson, Arizona, about 5 minutes ago, said that pretty nice day.
I'm sorry.
It's still raining.
I'm sorry. Is that a bad broadcaster's jinx that I just...
Yeah, rain had stopped for a moment, but now it's raining again. I just noticed the umbrella's out.
What a nice day. 1 minute later.
For someone who spends their life in 115-degree desert heat. On the ground, should end the inning. Muffley throws out Warren, side retired. But 2-run score, it's an inning win for Team Garcia. Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Tops and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. A lot of emotion so far this weekend, week 2 of what will be a 5-week Athletes Unlimited Softball Championship season. Taking a look at Team Ferramo, a member of that team, Kat Sandercock, is going to join us here this half inning. It is a 2-0 lead, Team Garcia on top of Team Zirkle. Top of the second inning, expecting to see Caroline Jacobson, Sydney McKinney, and Gwen Speckis. There is Kat Sandercock. Kat, thank you for joining us. Hey, fun watching you play in the first game. Obviously, you didn't get the win, but you pitched pretty well. You gave up some runs, but they weren't earned. How well do you know the scoring system? Did you know that those runs that scored weren't going to be a negative to you?
Yeah, I think coming in, learning the scoring system, I think it's really cool. So I think in the moment I wasn't really thinking about earned or unearned, and then afterwards on the game I looked at the score sheet and I saw that they were unearned. So all good for me. But
Kat, introduce us to who you have around you.
yeah, I've just made some new friends. You
All
guys
right.
want to wave to the camera? This is Peyton, McKenna. This is Ella, Michaela, and Addie.
Wow.
And just sat down with these guys and talking through some of the game, so it's fun.
I'm so impressed that you know all of their names. Like that was really impressive. Do we have any favorite players amongst them or teams?
You guys, anybody have a favorite player or team that we've come out to watch today?
It's Rachel Garcia and you.
Oh!
Rachel Garcia and
Me. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Down the left field line, this is going to be extra bases for Caroline Jacobson. And she's into second with her first base hit of the season. Had been 0 for 6, but she had some of the best at-bats you're ever going to see yesterday without getting a hit. And she's the beneficiary right now.
Kat, what's it like? You look at Caroline Jacobson. You guys played against each other a lot in the ACC, but now you're both rookies together in the same league. What is that where you get to play with the player you've been playing against this whole time?
It's so cool to face all of these players that I watched on TV or got to play against, but Caroline and I think know each other pretty well. We faced each other while she was at Duke, we faced each other while she was at Clemson, but really great hitter, really great player, so it's really cool to play some pro with her now.
just a really cool interaction between Peyton St. George and Caroline Jacobson, who were together for Marissa Young at Duke. And Peyton St. George just gave up the first pro hit to Jacobson, and she smiled at her. Probably said, "You're only going to get one."
That's great. That's good stuff there. Kat, talk about college. You make the transition. Of course, we all watched you in Oklahoma City. Now you're out here in the rain. You got star of the stands. But give me one thing that you miss from college, but then also one thing that you like better about AU and being a pro.
Yeah, I would say the transition has been pretty great so far. Everybody here at AU is just wonderful, you know, amazing at their jobs, amazing people. I would say I probably miss from Florida State, probably just being on the same team for months and months. You really get to know everybody and learn how to play as a team. So I would say I miss that, but I also really like the new scoring that we get to play with now, and I think it's really cool and has kind of just brought a whole new perspective of the game to me. So I've been really enjoying playing AU as well.
Sliced into left field, looking up into the rain, catch is made by Jasmine Jackson. All right, you're in the stands right now. You're getting a chance to watch one of the greatest college players ever, Jessie Warren, play third base. Obviously, she's Florida State alum as well. Talk to me about the fellowship and what happens at Florida State, the great players that come through, and particularly Jessie Warren, what she meant to the Seminole program.
Oh my gosh, Jessie is one of the all-time greats of Florida State. We never got a chance to play together. I came in right as she was graduating, but definitely knew all about Jessie Warren and all of her accolades. So it's really cool to get a chance to play with her now, but just playing at Florida State and learning from Lonnie Alameda was an incredible experience, and so we've definitely connected over that. And Josie is in this game as well. She knows all about playing at some FSU softball, and Ellie and Bryce are here. So it's really great to have that piece of family here at AU.
Well, last weekend, out of the gates, you had to face Josie. How was that when you have to face someone that you've been playing with that's on your team in college and now you're in the pros?
It's funny. It was fun facing her. I feel like I had faced her so many times in
scrimmages,
squad games, but super fun. And I think I ended up getting her out, but I'm sure I'll be facing her again at some point this summer. So just excited for the matchup. It's always fun.
Gwen Svekis, the veteran, batting. Kat, you're on a team. Megan Faremo, rookie pitcher. You're a rookie pitcher. Brooke Yanez, Micah Sutherland. So much youth. You guys are all new to the pro game. What's it like just talking over strategy and figuring out your way as a pro with everyone else who's in the same shoes that you're in?
It's honestly been so much fun. Megan has done an incredible job as captain, her first time being captain. I think that she drafted a great team, and I think it's cool that we have all rookie pitchers, and we've all just kind of been figuring it out together. And obviously, thanks to Ellie, our facilitator, who's been amazing. But
Ball
yeah,
just eats
Megan's
up
done a
Sis
great job.
Bates. Sorry about that. Ball just eats up Sis Bates, gets into left field, and that'll be a base hit, I'd imagine, for Gwen Svekis. Hey, Kat, thank you for joining us. You're probably the only Kat that I know that's not afraid of a little bit of water and rain.
Right.
That's Kat Sandercock, who has been just a great addition to this year's Athletes Unlimited Championship season. Star in his stands. Official scorer has deemed that that's a base hit. A question for you. If it's a base hit, why is it not a double?
I don't know. Don't look at me. I'm not scoring.
Yeah, official score said a single, advanced to second on the throw, but if you're going to say it's a single, she got all the way to, it was not an error, she got all the way to second before the ball made it back to the infield. I'm going to fight for Gwen Svekis on this.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And that ball got by Sis Bates, which we do not see happen very often, but it was smoked. When the ball is hit that hard, you're going to reward with a base hit. And went all the way out into the left center gap. Svekis on second base.
Oh, I got bad news for Gwen. Official score has just changed their mind. It's an error on Sis Bates. Here's Rachel Becker from nearby Lindenhurst, Illinois. That is north of here, about an hour, close to the Wisconsin border.
An error on Sis.
Yeah.
That's going to sit with me for a little bit. Not sure how I feel about it.
Swing and a miss. Becker didn't start yesterday's game, but did come on, had a nice at bat, drew a walk late in the game. 2-2 to Becker. Infield has to come in all the way around with the runner on at third and just one out. Into left, this will score a run. Probably two, it will. That's going to be a double for Becker. A two-run double for the rookie. So the young players coming through this inning. That's two doubles by two first-year pros, Jacobson and now Becker.
Just needed a couple of innings to get their feet wet, no pun intended, but Becker with 2 strikes goes up to get this pitch, laces this thing, and you can see where Jazz Jackson was playing and Victoria Hayward. They were really far in, having to track this ball down all the way to the warning track. Stand-up double easily for Rachel Becker.
So another rookie, Josie Muffley, will bat. Already 2 rookies have gotten their first professional hit, both of them doubles here in the second inning. Jacobson, Becker, and now Muffley a chance to do the same thing. What are the odds of Muffley getting a double here? 3 rookies getting their first base hit as professionals and all of them being doubles.
I don't like when you ask me this because I wanted to have
I'm kind of rooting for it.
I kind of am too. It would be pretty cool, but I don't think the odds are very good, so I don't have a very politically correct answer on that. I guess maybe that's it.
Josie Muffley is from Portage, Michigan. It's actually probably straight due east of here, but you can't get there because there's a lake, Lake Michigan. So you got to go around Lake Michigan, so it's probably 3 hours drive. Portage is just outside of Kalamazoo. And if you've ever been to Portage, Michigan, you would know that it is the Celery City. That's what the nickname is. The Celery City of Portage, Michigan. The soil is just perfect for making elite level celery.
Do you have this stuff written down, or is this
Everyone
just...
who's driven past Portage, Michigan knows about the Celery City.
This is just wisdom from years of
Wisdom
travel
of-
and
of Portage,
broadcasting.
Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of years ahead of me, so
Yeah, don't
I
worry.
don't know these fun facts
Yes.
like you do. But keep them coming, please. I'm being educated about coast to coast here. We've got all our nuggets about North Carolina. We've got those out of the way. Chicago, some Romeo and Juliet cities. You were breaking it down.
Romeoville and
There you go.
Joliet, yes,
Yeah.
the sister
See,
cities.
I'm trying to remember and retain this information so that I can use it later and try to be clever like you are.
3 balls and 2 strikes. St. George got Muffley to chase a changeup. See if she has 2 in a row. So 2-2 tie. 2 runs scored in the bottom of the first inning for Team Garcia, answered by 2 runs for Team Zirkle here in the second.
This rain really just picked up the last 30 seconds. Feel like it is coming down now. You can see Muffley kind of wiping it off of her eyes, trying to make sure her vision is clear.
You know, in a way, I almost think it's fair. You know, it's 60 players playing for themselves for a certain extent. Everyone's on the leaderboard trying to become the champion. And if game number 1 was affected because of rain, I think game number 2 should be affected by rain today.
Absolutely, I'm with you. It was 4 innings, to my knowledge and memory, a small memory, that they played in the rain. It was like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it let up.
Another first base hit of a professional career for someone on Team Zirkle here in the second inning. It's Muffley, not a double, but a single for her first professional hit.
I was gonna say, she should have kept running. Try and stretch that thing out, maybe get 20 points. This is a pitch, off-speed curve, too elevated, but a nice job there from Muffley. You can see her, she's out of her legs, but keeps her hands back, has enough power to drive it up the middle.
So a missed opportunity for Peyton St. George. Bottom part of the lineup with youth everywhere, and she gives up 3 hits to 3 rookies who had never successfully got a hit in pro ball until this inning. And now St. George is going to have to go to the top of the order and face the veteran Megan Zirkle, who has played more professional softball here at Athletes Unlimited than anyone in the history of this league. The absolute other end of the spectrum. Game number 72 with Athletes Unlimited for Morgan Zirkle. You can say we've gone from A to Z in terms of the spectrum with Zirkle batting. Runners on at the corners. Still just one out. Golfed into right field, may score a run. Lily Piper has to leap to make the catch. Her throw, not in time. Scoring from third on the sacrifice fly is Becker. That's going to add another run for Team Zirkle. It's also going to give Morgan Zirkle 10 points. Sacrifice flies are a +10.
Morgan Zirkle swinging away. When she has power, it's usually to the right side. Pull power. We'll see her slap, drop a drag as well. Lily Piper out in right field. Almost had a look at a double play at first base.
Here's Amanda Lorenz. 7th batter of the inning. Lorenz played collegiately at Florida. I bet she's played quite a bit in the rain.
Peyton St. George, she's got the towel in her back pocket, and then she's also using the rosin bag. It's pretty much all you can do at this point as a pitcher. Get a little rosin, pat it off on the towel, try and keep that hand inside your glove. That's the key, is you don't want the ball to be wet. So sometimes as a pitcher, you'll have the ball in your hand, you'll kind of spin it around, but when you're in rain, you want to just make sure that ball's in your glove, and as soon as she takes the rosin, she's going to wipe it, and then she's going to take her hand right to her glove.
She's putting the rosin right on the ball. I didn't know you were allowed to do that.
No, she wiped it off. I saw her.
On the ground, that is about as soft as Amanda Lorenz is ever going to hit a ball, and she's going to get a single out of it. What a great start to her year. Amanda Lorenz is now 7 for 11 against some of the best pitchers in the world in the first 2 weeks of Athletes Unlimited.
Quick chat from Deja Molipola with Peyton St. George.
She's not putting that right on the ball?
Oh, she might have been, but she wipes it off with her hand, but I couldn't tell if that was the back of her glove or inside the ball.
Cue shot, a lot of spin. Sis Bates gets Gibson. Side is retired, but 3-run score for Peyton St. George. Important to know, only one of them was earned. It is now a 3-2 lead for Team Zirkle over Team Garcia.
Representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
You give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Oh my goodness!
Called strike 3. Team Garcia scored 2 times in the bottom of the first inning to win the first. Team Zirkle bounces right back to put 3 runs on the board in the top of the second. Can Team Garcia answer that? Let's check in with the third member of our crew, Savannah Collins. Savannah, what's going on?
Thanks, Eric. You know, coming into this game, both of these teams are looking for their first win of the weekend, and that takes some resetting. So we were talking about on broadcast how we felt like that Bruin battle had so much intensity, and they agreed. They said that felt like a week 5 medals on the line game, but we're only in week 2. So for this squad, it came from a late night text from Victoria Hayward saying, hey, losing like that is the worst, to be in a battle and come up short. But let's not let those win points that we may have given up define us. Let's redefine our team today. There's a similar sentiment with the blue squad. You know, for them, it was pre-game today, sitting down, talking in their gates, so the little questionnaires that they do with one another to build team chemistry. And the question today was, what do you do well on the softball field? And then what are some things that you can improve too? They talked about in their game yesterday that as those inning points just continued to accumulate with that 1-0 score, that they really started to feel the pressure of that. They leaned into it a little too hard. So today is about leaving it all out on the field, finding the fun, leaning on each other, as both these teams are in somewhat of a similar situation as we're going back and forth when they answer on the scoreboard. So we'll see how they both handle this situation after having some time to regroup this morning and last night.
Leaning on each other. I like that. Thank you so much, Savannah. Bottom third in the order for Team Garcia: Jasmine Jackson, Lily Piper, and Sis Bates. Jackson, an original member here with Athletes Unlimited. Count is now 3-1 to Jackson.
It's great stuff from Savannah talking about how it's all about the rebound, because this league is only 5 weeks, so it's short. And of course, the motto is every moment counts, but that's it. Nice play.
Masson got it on the tip of her glove, gets it over to first in time, out number 1.
And so there's no time to sit around and sulk about how things went wrong and you were on the other side of one hit here, one pitch there. And all of these players, you look at the rookies, you look at the veterans. I love that the text, of course, came from Victoria Hayward. She's the veteran, one of the key parts of this league altogether. And trying to rally her team a little bit. Like, hey, let's flip the switch. We still got 2 games ahead of us, and this one very important. But I felt that way about the Faremo-Garcia matchup last night as well. That felt like a medal game. That felt like a week 5. It's coming down to the wire. Whoever wins takes the whole thing type of game. And it was just so interesting that it came. You think about the week as a whole, it's kind of a random night. Game 2, day 1, week 2. But the intensity.
Nope. Yep, you're totally right. It seemed like it should have counted for 6 games. Lily Piper flies out to Caroline Jacobson. 2 down, and Piper passes along a little local knowledge to Sis Bates, who's next in line. After giving up the walk, the single, and the double to Muli Pola, 1, 2, and 3 for Team Garcia against Masson, Mariah is now retired 5 in a row. Strikeout, a couple of ground ball outs, and a fly ball out. And now she's 1 out away from getting back into that dugout with an inning win.
I'm wondering if Mariah and Tori Vidalis are roommates. They have the same hair. They have the braids with the purple. I'm going to go with yes.
I would guess that maybe the same person's doing their hair, not each other. But I'm not an expert.
There's always one. Every team you have a braider. It was not me. I was always getting my hair braided from my teammates. But there's always one, at least one girl on the team that is like such a good braider and can do all the different styles. And so whenever you're sometimes on the road in a hotel, everyone goes to her hotel room and it's like a line. You're at a salon and you're waiting your turn very patiently and you're trying to be so nice. They're like, really, you two? Like, yes, please.
We're gonna figure this out. We've
We
got
won
Savannah
yesterday.
Collins here. Savannah has been uber impressive so far through the first couple of weeks. She's going to get to the bottom of who's
the team braider.
Yeah, who's doing it.
It's so important because especially if you win and your hair was a certain way, well, hey, you did my hair. We're doing the exact same style again. And then, of course, if you lose, it's like, all right, let's switch it up. Can we do 2 braids, 3 braids? What are we doing?
Still a ball and 2 strikes to Sis Bates, number 9 hitter. Unless Team Garcia can pick itself up off the mat here in the second inning, it's going to be an inning win for Team Zirkle. They scored 3 times top of our second inning. Softly right side, no one's at first. Oh, the second baseman, Muffley, did her job where she needed to be. Side is retired. That's 6 in a row retired by Masson, and it's an inning win for Team Zirkle. We've made it to the third inning. It's a 3-2 lead for Team Zirkle over Team Garcia. Each team has won an inning. Peyton St. George back in the middle of the circle, and there's something we say here with Athletes Unlimited. If Victoria Hayward wasn't involved, did it really happen? She wears number 1 because she was the first person to commit to Athletes Unlimited in any sport. She has been around for it all. Played at Washington, going to go back to Washington. Signed up as an assistant coach after some great times at San Diego State. She has meant everything to this wonderful league, and she's going to join us right now. Hey, Vic, how you doing out in center field?
Hey, Eric. I'm good. We're going to score some more runs, so I'll be even better, but we're good right now. Happy to be here with you guys.
Give us a weather report. What's it like?
Ironically, in this very moment, it's great. It's not raining, but it is a little humid and very wet, very slick. But happy that Peyton gets an inning with a dry ball.
Is the turf as an outfielder, how does it play for you? Do you have to be careful when you run?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It picks up speed as the ball is hit. So like you saw Gwen's ball just this.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job, Kate. Just absolutely picks up speed when it goes. So the reads are a little bit different. And then just when you're picking up the ball, just making sure you're taking your time a little bit. So our combo in that happening was just like, if we have the chance, we're just going to try to run and make them make a throw with a wet ball.
Vic, we were talking to Savannah between the last inning, and she was reporting about how both of these teams were just so close, one hit there, one pitch there, in that pitcher's duel for the doubleheader as a whole yesterday, and then that you sent out a team text about the rebound and going into today. Can you kind of relate to your rookies or maybe, your new team, as you are the veteran, about how important each turnaround is?
Yeah, I think, so good, Pate. Love that. I think just, in a game like yesterday, we were one hit away from being on the other side of it. So I think that there's a new day. There's a lot of points and money on the line. So the faster we can respond, especially having the other team had experienced the same thing. So I think it's just really easy to get so caught up in the leaderboard and just your own performance. I find myself doing it. And so I know that, nice job, Jesse. I know that yes, Rachel, that was a little bit scary. Wet ball.
Wet ball, that's right.
So I know if I'm thinking that after being in this league for a while, and I know that everyone else is probably thinking it. So that's probably the little coaching me a little bit.
What was it about yesterday? We were talking about how both games kind of felt like week 5 medal games. I don't know what it was with the intensity and the pressure. Did it feel the same for you guys?
Yeah, it was a lot. And I think we were so excited about this team. So I think too, when you have expectations about a great team with great people and people you're excited to play with, you want it more. So I think that kind of like postseason, end of the season vibe of like, dang, you're just waiting for this thing to come together. And then it doesn't. You start to press a little bit, and the zone was big. Megan was throwing awesome. She was amazing last night. she and Jordan worked really well together. So just, you know, when you want it really badly, I mean, every game matters, and that's real. Here we go, Pate.
We were talking earlier today about how it seems as if when you find coaches, every level of softball, they're former pitchers, they're former catchers, and they're former center fielders. You have the absolute perfect vantage point to watch the game and see it develop. Do you agree?
I do, I know. I had a little FOMO last week, everyone's like complaining about the strike zone, and I'm just yelling things from left field, not knowing like what's actually happening. I'm like, if Halo's mad about it, I'm gonna be mad about it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll ride with you. So no, it's fun just to, you know, we'll have some different people. Playing with Maddie Husky yesterday and Wright was awesome, and just being able to like do some positioning things. Oh,
look at the spin on that. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you had a read on that one, Vic, but that ball started right, and then it took a left-hand turn to Harshman.
That's like a Sid McKinney special. She does weird things to the ball.
She's so fast, too.
She's so fast.
Who's the fastest in this league? I was saying maybe you or Zirk.
Zirk's definitely got me.
Okay.
I think as I'm getting older, I know I've lost a step for sure. We gotta play with the smarts, less speed. But
yeah.
Sid McKinney is, she might, I would love to see her and Zirkle battle it out for fastest in the league. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, she's a new addition with some speed for the rookie class for sure.
Yeah.
She can move. She might steal here.
She's afraid to steal. She won't steal.
Are you just speaking that into existence? It's a little rookie hazing there from the veteran. She's not going to do it. No way.
She won't do it.
No.
She won't do it. When I was her teammate, I really, really, really wanted her to do it. So if she all of a sudden decides to, I'm going to have some words with her after the game.
I was talking about how, as a pitcher, I always, you know, if I'm frustrated with the strike zone, I would turn to the center fielder, and if they're validating my frustration, it made me feel a little bit, you know, better about myself.
Yeah.
Do you love seeing the strike zone and being out there, or is it frustrating because there's nothing you can do about it and you're watching it in front of you?
I like it. I mean, I love it as a hitter too, but I think just like as you play with people more, kind of understanding what the pitcher needs in that moment from you. Like sometimes they totally need you to be like, that was a horrible call, even though it was totally maybe the right call. Like they need you to be.
You're exposing us. It's so true though.
They need you to like have their back in that moment. And then there's times where it was like last night I was just trying to like calm Rachel. Like Rachel just needed to be calmed down in that moment and like not worry about it. So I think there's different moments, and just as you play with more people and understand them a little bit, I think that's what I love about this league, is like learning so many people and figuring out how, you know, you can gel with them.
It's so true, though. I would always look out if, you know, I'm feeling down about myself. The center fielder's like, no, that's a strike. I'm like, yeah, it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page.
No,
it feels less lonely.
No, it's 100% true. And they're really the only one, because the catcher's, you know, doing their thing, calling the pitches and talking to the umpires. So you just kind of need somebody that's out of the infield like, hey, what do you think?
Oh, yeah. No, and I'm yelling and I'm loud, and they'll know how I feel about it.
Wins Svekis, two-run homer. Wow, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Svekis, a homer, her first this season.
A little baby celebration there for the Baby Blues, but Gwen Svekis is not a baby. She's a veteran on the Baby Blues. Full count. This is dead center, as good as you're gonna swing it. Not a bad pitch in a full count situation. You just watch her go down and get this pitch. Stays in her legs, hands travel well, keep it straight, and for Victoria Hayward, nothing you can do out there in center field. Just watch it over your head.
So that's now 5 unanswered for Team Zirkle after Team Garcia had the 2-0 lead in the first inning.
Here we go, P. We got you, babe.
Vic, you still with us?
Yeah.
That home run by Svekis, kind of rare. We haven't seen the ball fly nearly as much as we have in years past. Is it all wind related? Is it pitching related? What have you surmised?
Yeah, I think the wind has definitely been blowing in more than normal, I would say. But I think just the pitchers in this league just continue to get better. I think just the pitchers that we have. I mean, Peyton is so good. She has so many speeds. So to really get on time with something is tough to do. So that's been really nice to see, especially coming from AUX and just how crazy that was. Back, you got room, you got room. Good job.
Jasmine Jackson makes the play. Hey, Victoria, thank you again for everything you've meant to this league, and thanks for talking to us.
Oh, you're awesome. Okay, we're going to go score some runs. Oh, I'm up.
Everybody wanna go and talk at the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Again, multiple runs scored for Team Zirkle. They had a 3 spot in the second. They put up 2 more in the third, trying to win another inning and get 10 more points for doing so. 5-2 is our overall score. Team Zirkle leads Team Garcia. Everyone loves to rep Athletes Unlimited, and you can too. Be sure to check out the new AU softball merch for the season, including personalized player tees. Go to shop.auprosports.com to get yours today. With Kenzie Fowler and Savannah Collins, I'm Eric Collins. The young Baby Blues making it happen for Team Zirkle. They were down 2-0 after the first inning, but they've scored 5 unanswered. And Mariah Masson has figured it out. She's retired 6 in a row. Top of the order, Hayward, Harshman, and Mulipola.
Second time through the lineup now for Team Garcia facing Masson. First pitch, Mariah trying to give Victoria a little bit of an off speed there, just a different look. Didn't really see her throw that pitch very often in the first inning. Now, it's one of those things where as a pitcher, I talked about it with Megan Framo yesterday, where if you have a pitch to save, you do it until the team proves to you that you've got to use it. So you want to hold your cards as close and as tight to yourself as you can until you've got to deal them all out. But it's still a new pitch for her in her development, just in terms of what she utilized in college. Didn't really throw a ton of changeups because she's throwing 70 miles an hour, drop side to side, working the rise.
Liner right to the shortstop. That's called an atom ball. Right to Sydney McKinney. 1 down. All right, Kenzie Fowler, All-American pitcher at Arizona. Would you ever consider pitching with a glove that had a hole in it?
No.
Mariah Masson right now does, and theoretically a hitter could be trying to look in there to see your grip, trying to figure out what you're going to throw.
I know, I saw that as well. I thought that was interesting, but no, I would not. But I was always so jealous of the infielders and outfielders. They always had the coolest custom webbing, and as a pitcher, you have like the longest, most boring glove. And back in my day, you weren't allowed to like have cool colors, so it had to just be like brown or black. So maybe she's like, you know what, it's worth it to have a cool glove. And I'm, you know, kind of with her on that, because that's a cool looking glove.
That pitch hit Harshman. So it's 8 points the hard way, 8 points with a bruise for Kelsey Harshman. She's aboard. Her perfect day continues. She singled her first time up. Looks like Deja Mulipola is having deja vu. Looks like the same Deja Mulipola we saw last year when she was the champion. She's hitting the ball hard again. Slow start to her season, but she's got the mojo. 1 ball and 1 strike. I looked at the leaderboard beginning of the day today. 60 athletes here. Deja was 55th after winning it all last year. Had a 2-run double her last time up today. And now she's down to the count of 1 and 2 strikes.
We talked to Deja a little bit yesterday and touched on the pressure that she's maybe internally facing or externally, whatever it is. When you are the reigning champ, there's all the eyes are going to be looking at you. You're going to have to do all the extra video promos and photo shoots. You have the new swaggy patch that's on your sleeve, just as a reminder of what you accomplished, the first position player to ever do it in AU. That's a lot.
Softly right side. Again, Muffley's going to have to go to first, and then even get a chance. Gibson can't get it cleanly over to Muffley. Everyone's safe. That'll be an error.
First baseman, Rachel Garcia.
I wonder, is there a chance that maybe it's an easier play if Muffley comes over and makes the play and not Gibson?
Yeah, it's hit so slowly. You could tell Gibson, she wanted that out, that lead out at second base, and it just got a little bit ahead of her. The ball comes out of her glove. You have to wonder, by the time the ball comes into her glove, does it have that wetness on it that makes it slip out? But she wanted that lead out.
Run lead here in the third inning. Are you really going for the lead runner as opposed to just getting the sure out at first?
It might have been her better play because that's the way that she was attacking the ball and her momentum was going that way. Of course, Kelsey Harshman runs pretty well down the line.
So a threatening situation, Rachel Garcia. 2-0 to Garcia, so a great hitter's count for one of the better hitters in this year's field. Quality strike. Not much Garcia could do with that. Three and one. So Masson really cruising along. She'd retired 7 in a row. Then she hits Harshman. The error by Gibson. And now the 3-1 to Garcia. Quality steamer. 3-2.
Oof. There's 2 pitches there in this at-bat that Rachel has taken, and she can drive those pitches. That's a pitch that she should be sitting on. Home run type of pitch that she can hit.
And the walk. So the bases are loaded without the benefit of a base hit for Team Garcia. This young Team Zirkle. 5-2 lead, trying to win the third inning. And with 1 out, ball hadn't left the infield. And we've got bases loaded. For Masson, that's the 2nd walk allowed. And Taylor Edwards will be the batter. Good news, bad news for Team Garcia. Edwards, one of the most experienced hitters in the world today. Bad news is, doesn't run particularly well. Could see a double play if she hits this in the wrong spot.
If you're the infield for Zirkle, you're thinking double play all day. A lot of power hitters on the bases. Taylor Edwards, Rachel Garcia. There's opportunity there for the infielders.
Oh, that's a tough break for Edwards. It's been that type of weekend for Taylor. She struck out 3 times yesterday against Megan Ferramo. 0-2. Masson looking to wipe out Edwards. Do it again.
Masson doing a really nice job the last 2 pitches, spreading the plate ahead. 1-2, was ahead 0-2, and then you saw the waste pitch outside, comes back in, inside, but there's nothing Taylor Edwards can do with that pitch except foul it off. And you continue to spread the plate. Little off speed. So now you've kind of seen everything, right? You've shown her the low and out, you've gone low and in, you've gone slow and low. Do you go high and in? That's the only other kind of waste pitch in this situation that we haven't seen from Masson. Just got to make sure you do not miss over the heart of the plate.
Foul from the get-go.
That's it. And so quickly you're going to see a chat with Gwen Svekis, because that's pretty much emptying the tank in terms of waste pitches, getting ahead pitches, 1-2, 0-2 type counts. And so, okay, she's seen it all. What are you feeling comfortable with? And you go right back to it.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat. And Team Garcia, they're down 5-2, but they are in it big time. Bunch of top steppers in that dugout. You can hear them. Everything going in their favor. They are all over it. Chopper plays at the plate. There's one. And Svekis doesn't dare throw to first. 2 down.
Worth the wait for Masson. A huge second out here, bases loaded, rolls an easy ground ball, not quick enough. The ball was just hit a little bit too slowly for Team Zirkle to turn a double play, but still you get that lead out and you get rid of Taylor Edwards.
Here's Jessie Warren. Hasn't hit the ball out of the infield all weekend long. That just tells me she's due.
Well, she's been getting jammed a lot. So right there you see already Masson going hard and in. And Jessie Warren, she's standing pretty on the plate. Usually I see her further back off of the plate. See her back foot just an inch behind the chalk line. And 2 back-to-back pitches. Just respecting the power, but also it's what you saw. It's the data, it's the scouting. Yesterday we showed those little bloop shots. Well, they were jammed hard in.
0-2. Little flare, hangs up, and the catch is made by Jacobson. Great job by Masson. Bases loaded, 1 out. She gets Edwards, she gets Warren. It's another inning win for Team Zirkle.
It means the world to be the head coach at Marshall. Coaching at your alma mater is such, a special opportunity, and to do it, now while still having the opportunity to play is just a dream come true that I didn't even know was possible. Playing at Athletes Unlimited has prepared me to be a coach in so many ways. You get here and you get to play with so many different athletes, learn their playing styles, so that's been cool to, learn from my peers here at AU and be able to implement that into some of, the things I do as a coach.
Morgan Zirkle will hit second here in our 4th inning. If she's out recruiting new head coach at Marshall, all she got to do is say, hey, turn on the game tonight. Not only is Morgan Zirkle going to play and demonstrate the Marshall way, but 2 of her assistant coaches on the same team, Sydney McKinney and Allie Harrell, both assistant coaches at Marshall. And just like Morgan Zirkle, Allie Harrell is a alum of Marshall. She joins us now for a chair chat. Hey, Allie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. First things first, looks like you're dry. Does that mean the rain has stopped?
It has stopped, but I'm not dry. I've been standing out in the rain.
Hey, I know that you're a Marshall lifer just like Morgan Zirkle is. Tell me about Marshall University. Tell me about Huntington, West Virginia. What's it all about?
You know, it's a special place. Nothing's really like it. It's very cliche to say, but I 100% believe it's true. Once you come, you're kind of just drawn and you don't really want to leave. It's a great environment, especially for athletics, but within the community, it's truly, truly special.
Off the end of the bat, this is falling. It'll drop. That'll be a base hit for
Joe!
Josie Muffley. So Muffley didn't have a base hit in her pro career until the second inning. She's now got 2.
You guys are the baby blues because of all the rookies.
Yes, all the youngins.
Yeah, so you're not a rookie anymore. Is there any difference between yourself as a rookie and then you're coming in with all the experience?
I still feel a little young, but...
Oh, you are. You're definitely young.
Well, yeah, for sure. But I think I have that little bit of experience through asking all the questions last year and kind of getting AU and AUX last year under my belt. So it definitely is helpful, especially then help the rookies a little bit. So it's good to have that extra year in.
Hey, Allie, you were a biology major
I
when
was.
you were at Marshall and academic All-American, all these fancy things. What was the thought process there? You just enjoy biology, or what do you want to do eventually when you stop playing softball?
Med school. So I have a dream to be an OBGYN. So I get to play and be a
Clapping
coach
up here.
and
That's amazing. Thank you.
grow the game. But I also have a dream to change the maternal health in our country and bring new life into the world. So being able to do both is great.
Thank you so much. I mean, we need people like that, and that's so amazing. And we were talking to Victoria Hayward about how there's so many assistant coaches. You just look at the roster on all 4 teams that are continuing to play. What is it? Does it help you a lot, or what does it do for you in your coaching career that you're starting with Coach Zirkle and you get to pick all the brains from all these elite players?
I think you said it exactly. I get to be around 60 of the best athletes, and I think that really helps going into assistant coaching and kind of gaining any knowledge you have from anyone within the league. And it's just been great to be here these past 3 weeks and learn from all the other assistant coaches, but then learn from those who aren't coaches yet or just have something to give.
That was a really goofy play. Sydney Littlejohn Watkins, who just come in to pitch this 4th inning, she didn't land in her proper spot, and she was on the way down when the ball came back to her. What are the odds?
And so she slipped on her drag foot, and of course, Morgan Zirkle, if you're going to slip, she can basically walk to first base. That's how fast she is. It looks like Sydney is okay.
Yeah, they're going to rule that an infield base hit for Zirkle, so +10 for her. Runners on at first and at second. So, Allie, just so we're square here, med school, are you doing that while you're going to be an assistant coach? That seems like a lot on your plate.
I'm not right now. I thought about possibly doing some type of master's here, either this year or in the spring, but I haven't fully thought into what master's exactly. But right now, it's just the coaching and the playing.
Okay, you were one of the best to ever play at Marshall. I talked to Morgan Zirkle before. She said that Marshall meant everything to her. It was the only scholarship opportunity that she had, and she's made it her life, basically. Did you have other choices, or was Marshall the one that just decided that you were perfect for them?
Amanda, it's the one I decided was perfect for me, and that fit really well with what I wanted out of my college career, and which was to have that atmosphere and a comfortability in playing and being able to do it well at a pretty good level. So it kind of gave me the best options for that.
Yeah, 390 batting average, 53 career homers. I think you did it pretty well at Marshall. Hey, Allie, thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
3 consecutive hits for the Baby Blues. Team Zirkle. That's an RBI base hit for Amanda Lorenz. And the lead is now 6-2. 6 unanswered runs for Team Zirkle. I'm going to go out there right now. It's the 2nd week of the season. Amanda Lorenz has a chance to be the all-time leader in terms of single-season batting average. It may happen. She currently 3 for 3 today. She is now 8 for 12 on the year. 750 batting average. wrong? 8 for 12, 666. Sorry. So 12 at bats plus the 6 walks. I don't want to screw this up again. She's 12 for 18, right? In terms of on base percentage, that would be 75%. No, I'm still screwed.
I'm going to believe you no matter what, because
12 plus 6 is 18.
Feels like she's been on base every time.
14 for 18. She's 14 for 18 in terms of getting on base. She has only been retired 4 times so far through 5 games. Carousel's in motion. Look at Gibson on her way to second. Look at Lorenz steaming her on third. It's a 2-run double for Gibson. What offense for the Baby Blues. A day after scoring just 1 run, they now have 8 here in the 4th inning.
I was a little worried that maybe it was just the chair chat luck of having Allie Harrell on, where it was base hit, base hit, base hit for her team, but it continues. So exhale for the Baby Blues. 4 hits in a row and just a different variety of hits in this inning. Seen a little bit of everything.
Three runs in the 2nd, 2 runs in the 5th, 3 here in the 4th. Delaney whiz, tries the shortstop Bates, no chance to make that play. That's now 5 consecutive hits for Zirkle. Let's check in with Savannah Collins. Hey, Savannah, what's going on?
Hey, coming into this game, I thought it was so neat to see Amanda and Gibby back-to-back in the lineup. They have so much history dating back to AUX, so when Danielle Gibson was a rookie, Amanda Lorenz is really who took her under her wing, and those two have just been buddies when it comes to hitting and lifting each other up. And if you play AU Fantasy, they were who I had on my players to watch this week, because really, without being captains, they were 2 of the best hitters coming into week 2. So having them back-to-back in the lineup, especially 2 hitters who play off of each other. They talk a lot about their swings. They go to the cage together. They break apart pitchers together. So having them back-to-back in the lineup, we saw it today. We saw it last night too. Those 2 are tough to face back-to-back.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. Those are really, well, you got Zirkle as well, but there's so much youth with this Zirkle team. It's amazing how well they have turned it around, playing against a team with not only veteran, experienced players on Team Garcia, but accomplished Olympians. And
absolutely. You think about Danielle Gibson and Amanda Lorenz. They're not rookies, but they still feel so young in their careers. I want to see both of those young women play for 10 more years. That's how good they are. And, you know, you think, not to think too far ahead, but the Olympics in 2028, there's going to be some players that are in this league that are going to be in contention for that roster. And so you have to have a league like this to continue to foster that talent. And Danielle Gibson and Amanda Lorenz are 2 of our best.
Infield base hit perfectly placed by Sydney McKinney. Second hit for McKinney in the ball game, and the bases are loaded. Just a ton of traffic against Sydney Littlejohn Watkins here in the 4th inning. Still 1 out. Littlejohn Watkins has only thrown 19 pitches. He's already faced 7 batters. He's getting ambushed right now. Svekis last time up an inning ago, swatting a homer. 2-run shot that won the 3rd inning for Team Zirkle.
That home run from Gwen was different pitcher, Peyton St. George. Sydney Littlejohn coming in on relief. Righty, righty, both throw a curveball. Sydney Littlejohn, it's really the pitch that she throws, and I'm not exaggerating, probably 98% of the time. It's just a variation of height, location, whether it's on the inside part of the plate or outside part of the plate. It's usually going to be that curve. So if you're Gwen Svekis, you're really going to go into your at-bat sitting one side of the plate. Of course, when you have 2 strikes, you have to protect, open up the zone a little bit more.
Softly, first baseman Garcia makes the play. 2 down. So Team Zirkle is now officially batted around. The 9th batter of the inning, Rachel Becker. Becker, 43rd on the leaderboard out of 60 players. Began today 45th. He's moved up a couple of spots. Still a lot of points on the line for inning wins and a game win and a chance to get some stats. Good start to her day.
I like the details in Sydney Littlejohn-Watkins' braid. We've been talking braids today, so I like her braid. Good little shout out there. It's got some nice details. I'm not sure what it is in the braid, but I'm here for it. I'm always looking.
2-0. Having a hard time locating the curveball. It's 3-0. No place to put Becker. It's got to be a strike here. On 3-0, she throws the curveball.
It's just the movement on that pitch. It starts in the other batter's box, and then by the time Rachel Becker sees it come into the glove of Taylor Edwards, it's over the heart of the plate. So much spin. Yep, again.
3-1, she throws a curveball.
Throw it again. You have to wait and be patient with that pitch and trust that it's going to break over the heart of the plate. You can't go get it. If you go get it, you're going to be out.
Swatted into center field. 2 runs will score. The beat continues for Team Zirkle. That was a professional at bat for Rachel Becker.
Looking like a pro.
Just her second week as a pro. Drives in a pair. It's a 10-2 lead.
This is what I'm talking about, seeing it deep. Still actually a little bit in front of this, but her hands stayed back, legs bleed out a little, but stayed back enough to let that backdoor curve come back into the left-handed hitter and drives it to the right side of the outfield.
So this is the 9th spot in the order. 10th batter of the inning for Team Zirkle, Josie Muffley. Into center field. That's a carbon copy of the previous base hit. Another run scores. An 11-2 lead for Team Zirkle. Good golly. Some confident swings for Team Zirkle. And I think Sydney Littlejohn-Watkins is going to be lifted. Littlejohn-Watkins was hitting the mitt. Didn't walk anyone. But everything put in play, had eyes, was finding a hole. And it's already been 6 runs scored here in the 4th inning. So we're going to have a new pitcher. Shannon Sale coming in. Talk about her when we come back. New pitcher, second of the inning, third of the game for Team Garcia. Shannon Sale comes out of the pen in relief of Sydney Littlejohn Watkins.
In good time for relief. You could tell that Team Zirkle had really figured out the curveball from Sydney Littlejohn Watkins, and we haven't seen Shannon Sale this weekend yet, so bring her in, Oklahoma alum, throws hard, rise curve combo in the upper 60s.
Runners on at first and at third. 2 outs, Morgan Zirkle. So far this inning, we have had 7 hits. All of this has been done by putting the ball in play. There haven't been any walks. No one's been hit. There hasn't been an error.
I have 8. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'm
6,
finally
7.
right. One time this weekend, I got you on one thing. Eric's been beating me at like
I still don't know how I get it wrong.
every MVP.
Oh, Muffley's got 2 hits in the inning.
Yeah, we've had some friendly competitions up here,
Oh,
so.
yeah, you totally got me.
Yes. I'm still behind, but it's okay.
Muffley just stole the base. I'm saying that's got to be stolen base, right? That's not indifference.
Yes, stole base.
So Muffley just got a steal, which is something that is totally appropriate in an 11-2 game.
Yep.
Everything counts. You're trying to get points any way you can.
Money is on the line. You go get it.
It's a smart play by Muffley. Now all of a sudden you start thinking about her possibly being one of the MVPs. 3 for 3 with a steal. It's going to be hard to decipher. A lot of game left to be played, but a lot of heroes offensively so far for Zirkle. Here's your in-game leaderboard. Josie Muffley, because of that steal, has tied Gwen Svekis with 60 points.
Ah, there we go.
And Zirkle is walked. Walks +8. So the bases again are loaded. There's your in-game leaderboard, and it is dominated by players on Team Zirkle.
So in our first game, we had MVP 1 was Alicia Ocasio, and then MVP 2 was Mia Davidson. Is that
Correct.
And Bubba Nichols was MVP
3.
3. Okay, so see, I was guessing, I was going to say Bubba Nichols would get MVP 2, so advantage Eric.
So we're even.
We're
Splits
even.
out. Even Steven. Oh my goodness. Amanda Lorenz with the bases loaded. We've had 1 grand slam so far this season. It was Mia Davidson, week 1. Fourth inning, 4th at bat for Amanda Lorenz. Very rarely you can make this statement. We're in the 4th inning, and already every player on Team Zirkle has a hit and has scored a run.
You are correct. Wow.
Ball and 2 strikes. Sale trying to get back into that dugout. And she will. The rare strikeout of Amanda Lorenz. Lorenz had been 3 for 3. Sale gets her. Major damage done. Team Zirkle, they lead by a bunch. Third, the throw home, got her!
Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Team Zirkle leads Team Garcia by a score of 11-2, bottom of the 4th inning. The impressive rookie, Caroline Jacobson, wearing a microphone. Let's go into the game with Air National Guard.
Her rookie year, she didn't have multiple speeds like
Yeah,
this.
she didn't.
Okay.
She used to like try to throw a changeup and it wasn't very good, and then she had like the off-speed rise.
Yeah, she's
But
kind of like an off-speed. Get down. Get down.
I told her last night, I was like, I'm gonna get a first one. I was like, uh-oh.
I wanted to send you.
I know. Also could have been bad if she caught that. I was like, ah. I wouldn't say I'm slow, but I'm definitely not the fastest in the world. So.
Caroline Jacobson getting her first pro hit against her former Duke Blue Devil teammate Peyton St. George. That's what she was talking about. Jacobson now 40th out of 60 players in the league. And she's getting a whole bunch of points this afternoon. Everyone in Team Zirkle, so far so good. They are dominating here in the middle innings. They already have 11 runs scored. Beneficiary of all that offense, Mariah Masson. She gave up the 2 runs in the first inning. Zeros since. Down the third base line, foul off the bat of Jasmine Jackson. It'll be Jackson, Lily Piper, and Sis Bates here in the 4th inning. All right, chair check today. Star in the stands is Kat Sandercock. She pitched in our first game, and she's still with us. You're braving the weather. Is it stopped raining? What's the deal now, weather-wise?
It's off and on, so we keep pulling the umbrellas out and then putting them back away, but not too bad.
Pretty impressive performance by the young players on Team Zirkle. You're a young player, rookie as well. It's pretty cool when you can see players fresh out of college, first year as a pro, being able to acclimate as quickly as they have.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to see Josie out there doing her thing and just all the rookies on the team. I think it's a super young team. That's why they're the Baby Blues. So just really fun to watch, but it's a really cool environment, and it's easy to come in and feel comfortable and thrive. So it's fun to see.
I don't think we've touched on your team name this week. What are you guys?
We are Meg Stallions. Our shout out to our captain, Megan Framo. She's been awesome. So
I love that. Well, Kat, you've got some youngsters sitting around you, and we were talking about how they are excited to see you and Rachel Garcia. So I'm just curious, when you were their age, who was someone that you held up on a pedestal that you wanted to be just like?
Yeah, my favorite player that I always watched and looked up to was Lacey Waldrop at Florida State. She won the Player of the Year back in 2014, and I mean, I just thought that she was the absolute coolest in the world, and she would come give me pitching lessons in the off season, and just super big fan of her, thankful for her, and a big reason why I ended up going to Florida State.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a little like, I mean, obviously, oh, nice hit.
Oh!
Lily Piper almost takes the glove off of Delaney Wiz. That'll be a 1-out single for Piper. Hey, since we have you here, Kat, I know Little League has been super important for you and your family. Little League is going to be celebrated this week. Athletes Unlimited going to go on the road to Greenville, North Carolina. Talk to me about Little League softball and how it got you from there to here.
Yeah, Little League was my start. I loved Little League. I loved every minute of it. I was super fortunate to grow up in McLean, where we had a really great Little League, and it was just my introduction to softball in general, and then ended up playing at the Little League World Series, so that was my introduction to international softball, which I've grown up and still get the chance to play, but it was just an incredible experience and so important for me and for my family, so it's really, really cool that my parents are getting honored this year.
Yeah, shout out to your parents. They're the Little League Parents of the Year?
Yes.
How does that happen?
I know, and the first softball parents to ever be given the award, it always goes to a baseball family, so proud of my parents.
Yeah.
They totally deserve it.
Kat, thank you so much for your time. It's been a joy getting to know you a little bit.
Thanks so much.
All right. We have 2 outs now. We have a pinch runner on at first. Maddie Husky is on at first. She replaces Lily Piper. Yep. So 2 outs, runner on at first. And Victoria Hayward, the batter. Into center field. Will it hang up long enough? It will. Catch is made by Zirkle, so it's an inning win formally for Team Zirkle. Only 9 pitches needed by Masson. Fifth inning, Team Zirkle leads Team Garcia 11-2. Second game of our doubleheader here in Rosemont, Illinois. History's going to be made as Athletes Unlimited bringing pro softball to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. You don't want to miss this inspirational event with current stars of the game competing alongside the game's future stars. Tune in August 9th, couple days time, 4:30 and 7 on ESPN2 to watch the AU Pro games or get your tickets today. To attend in person, visit auprosports.com for more information. These are the players here in Athletes Unlimited who got their start playing in Little League.
A lot of representation there, coast to coast. Look at all the different states: Arizona, Florida, California, Texas in there. Of course, I say North Carolina, just for you. Got that one, Mia Davidson.
The pitcher, Shannon Sale, played Little League, and her mom did as well. How about this? Her mother, Kathy Sale, won the 1982 Big League Softball World Series Championship, playing for Tampa, Florida Little League. How about that? That's pretty cool stuff.
So
and Sale comes from some good stock.
I would love to, hear what her mom has to think about just the growth and the visibility of the Little League. Now the championship game is going to be on ABC. You're going to have the Athletes Unlimited, our pro league, going over to Greenville and getting to interact, I think, with the youngsters. We were talking to Kat Sandercock, and she's sitting right there next to a couple of players. When she asked them, who are you here to see? And they say, you. Like, how cool is that? So taking this whole show on the road and going to affect, I think, so many young girls and have these women be role models, not just, you can think about being a role model, but right there in front of you where you can look at them and make eye contact and take a photo and ask a couple questions. I think that's everything for our sport.
Another full circle moment. The pitcher last inning for Team Garcia, Sydney Littlejohn Watkins. She won the Teen Texas State Little League Championship. Her coach, your friend and mine, Amanda Scarborough. Catch made out in center field by Victoria Hayward, 1 out. Amanda Scarborough, what do you know? She's going to be involved with the broadcast when we're in Greenville, South Carolina this week. And just a moment ago, earlier today, Amanda Scarborough with the tweet, "Good morning, I'm headed to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville." Cool stuff. Means a lot to Amanda Scarborough.
Well, it's so important that the visibility is what it is. So you combine the two leagues, you put it on ESPN, Amanda's on the call, and then the championship's on ABC, and that affects all levels of our sport. We're trying to elevate this game, and you have players that are continuing to stick it out and play as long as their careers will let them and their bodies will hold up. And it trickles all the way down to Little League. Of course, we know what our college game is doing and how much fans are tuning in and falling in love with our sport because it is such a good product. I always say, if you're not a softball fan, it's just because you haven't given us a chance.
That is a great, great point. There are softball fans and people who haven't discovered it yet.
Exactly. Once they do, and it's so funny, I talk to people all the time who are still discovering and the little nuances about softball. Why is she running through the left side of the box? And I say, well, this is a slap. It's something that's new, not new to our game, but it's something that's a separator of our game from baseball. And there's a little education there, but it is amazing how many people are still finding out about our sport. And once they find out, they're in.
What a wacky 2 days for Caroline Jacobson. She's batting right now against Shannon Sale. Yesterday, Jacobson had 3 plate appearances, saw 25 pitches, didn't get a hit, was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Today, she has been uber aggressive. Her first 3 at-bats saw a grand total of 5 pitches. It's 25 pitches, 3 plate appearances yesterday, 5 pitches, 3 plate appearances today, and she's gotten more results today. She had that double and a run scored in the second.
Well, not saying that she has to be aggressive to be successful, but it's definitely going to be noted, especially for the pitchers that are scouting the rookie hitters. Hey, she's successful when she looks early in the count. So as a pitcher, you're going to say, okay, well, then I'm going to throw her something out of the zone, make her chase. And then it's the back and forth. The rookie decides, oh, okay, maybe I need to figure out my patience, maybe just look one side of the plate, and that's where the growth comes in.
Hit well down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It does! It's a homer! What a day, Caroline Jacobson! First pro homer. A double and a homer for the rookie from Clemson. Great afternoon for her.
I know last week was really the debut for all of these rookies, but I feel like this is the coming out party for Caroline Jacobson. Talked about her double earlier and just smokes this ball down the line. Such a beautiful swing. That's a 2-strike swing. That is good as it's going to get. And the Baby Blues led by the babies, the rookies.
One rookie, Jacobson, 2 hits, both extra bases. Another rookie, Sydney McKinney at the dish right now, 2 for 3, couple of singles. Rachel Becker, 2 for 3, a double and a single, couple runs scored. Muffley, bottom of the order. She's got 3 base hits, 3 for 3 with a run scored, a run batted in, and a stolen base.
This is a type of game where these athletes are going to have to sit and stare at the stat sheet, because normally you walk away from a game knowing who really had a big impact. You just kind of feel it, right? It's fresh. So-and-so had a walk-off home run. Alicia Ocasio pitched 6 innings or whatever, but this game, they are really going to have to look at the stat sheet to figure out who's going to get those MVP points.
16 hits for Team Zirkle, 12 runs scored. Trying to win it on an inning. Bottom of the 5th when we come back. Game 1, we saw Mia Davidson smoke one. She had a couple of base hits, including her 2nd homer of the season. It was a rout for Team Romero. 10-3 is your final score. Bubba Nichols continues to be a standout this year. A lot to smile about for Team Romero through the first couple of days.
Romeo's Juliets were knighting a bunch of hitters. Alicia Ocasio had a very dominant performance. Carrie Eberly came in on relief for the last couple of innings. But this game was in control for Team Romero. Also, Shannon Rhodes had a 2-run home run. So there was just a lot of good things for the Orange team in Game 1 for today's doubleheader.
Here is your leaderboard, the top 10. Sierra Romero began the day in the second spot. She is now atop of everyone. And look who's next to her, Mia Davidson. Congratulations to the second-year pro. Hertez Nichols, top 5. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, 6th. Wow. We got a new pitcher to tell you about. Former Michigan Wolverine, now pitching in her 8th professional season, Haley Wagner.
Haven't seen Haley Wagner yet this weekend, so I like that all of these squads are really emptying the bullpen. And Wagner, you bet, Michigan alum, has been doing it and doing it well for a long time. Lefty that throws hard, has command of a lot of different pitches, side to side really well, and has really nice off speed.
Michigan has always been a pipeline for Athletes Unlimited softball. Wagner's been a part of every season. She was one of the original collection of players in 2020. Of course, Amanda Chittister was just such a wonderful player. Retired last fall. Abby Ramirez has been around for 4 years. Sierra Romero. Wagner pitching to Kelsey Harshman. Remember, Team Zirkle scored 1 run, top of this 5th inning. Trying to win another inning. Lifted down the left field line. Lorenz runs out of room. It's an opposite field homer for Harshman. Oh, that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. Harshman's first homer of 2023.
Launch angle at 40 degrees, so it was lifted pretty well. I didn't think it was going to get out. It just stayed up in the air. Once it got up there, did not come down. Kelsey Harshman, lefty on lefty. She's been swinging the bat really well this weekend. Sees that ball so deep. You can see her eyes trying to track that thing down, saying, please stay fair. And it does.
She saw that for as long as possible. Her back foot was almost out of the back of the batter's box, and she waited until that ball traveled behind the plate. Smothered by the shortstop, McKinney. Not enough time to get Mulipola. Infield single for Deja. 3rd time today that she's been aboard. Join the Unlimited Club as a UC Gold member, and you'll receive a softball gold box. This box includes an exclusive jersey, a Cat Osterman bobblehead, and more. Limited quantities are available, so go for the gold today at auprosports.com/membership. Team Garcia is getting hammered. But if they can win this 5th inning, 6th inning, and 7th inning, that's a plus 30. Still have a whole bunch of inning points on the line. Even if they don't win this game, they still have a chance to salvage some points and go into tomorrow's final day of week 2 with a puncher's chance of moving up on the leaderboard.
And every time you get into the box, you have an opportunity to get 40 points. So you're looking at Kelsey Harshman's hit right there, her solo home run, a quick 40 points for her, no matter the outcome of her team not getting the winning points, or maybe they do come back. We'll see. But there's a lot of pride here with the individual stats. And it was really interesting. We were looking at the leaderboard and how it's ever changing with every single pitch. And Rachel Garcia is still holding on to the top 10, even though her team doesn't have those win points from yesterday. Does not look like they're going to have a chance to hold on to that today unless we see the most epic comeback that we've ever seen in AU history. But the fact that she's still hanging in there in the top 10, impressive.
Rachel Garcia walks. So Garcia's going to get herself an extra 8 points with the walk. 2nd time today that Rachel has walked. Well, the home run hitter for Team Garcia, Kelsey Harshman, is standing by with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. KJ, going into that at bat, that was some much needed momentum. I know there's some relief looking at that tie 1-1 in the 5th. What is your team working with right now, and how do you carry that into more at-bats?
Yeah, we're just chipping away, trying to get good pitches, put good swings on. We felt like we've been putting some good swings on, just balls haven't been falling for us. So one fell, luckily for us, over the fence. That was awesome to keep us in the inning.
When you're in those situations, sometimes you don't have to look at that final run box. You can look at the innings. How important is that? How do you keep that in mind to fight?
Yeah, I think that's what's so cool about AU is like you are literally in it to win just every inning, like regardless of the score. I mean, obviously everyone wants to win at the end, but just like how much can go on in between the games. Like you have one big inning, but you can just scrape away so many points leading into the end of the game, and that's literally what we're trying to do right here. So
absolutely. Thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate it.
All eyes on Kelsey Harshman for the rest of this season. She has played 4 years of AU softball. She has 4 home runs, 1 in every season. 2020, 2021, last year, and that was her first homer. Can she get to 2? Like a metronome. Consistently awesome, Kelsey Harshman. Runners on at first and at second. Taylor Edwards hitting off of Haley Wagner. On the ground, McKinney to second for 1. And Garcia goes in hard. Looks like Muffley's okay. That's the first out of the inning.
Little contact there at second base, but all smiles. Everyone's all right. Taylor Edwards rolling over this ground ball. Sydney McKinney, this is definitely the right choice. Only play that she had deep in the hole. Getting a sure out and a much needed out in this inning.
Jessie Warren again got jammed. That's been the theme of her weekend. 2 down.
You think about her last at bat, the bases were loaded, and she got an outside pitch and absolutely hammered it to right field. It was just right to Jacobson in the outfield. And so the success so far this weekend has been to go inside on Jessie Warren.
Last chance to win an inning for Team Garcia. Jasmine Jackson. If Woolley Pola scores from third, it'll be an inning win. Called strike. Wagner 1 pitch away from getting back to that dugout. Oh, gets Jackson, and that'll load the bases. Last thing she wanted to do with 2 strikes on Jackson.
There really isn't not anything more frustrating than that as a pitcher. You work so hard, you're facing these elite hitters, you get ahead, and then it just gets away. Got to regroup, got to flush it onto the next one, but man, for about 10 seconds, it's painful. Of course, it's painful for Jackson. She also got hit, but as a pitcher, just internally, you're like, beating yourself up a little bit, but got to move on, short-term memory.
Here's Lily Piper. 7th batter of the inning. It's the first time today we've seen the sun.
You are correct. Wow. Sun. Let's stay right here. I want to jinx it, though.
78 degrees. I don't know. I can quibble with that. We have had consistent rain throughout the course of our day, so both teams have dealt with the same situation. It was a big factor in our first game. Team for Rainbow made 4 errors. Weather played a part. Popped up, should end the inning. Muffley, side is retired, but the home run by Kelsey Harshman means the 5th inning is a wash. 1 run for both sides. Next inning will play be worth 20. most offense we've seen so far this year with Athletes Unlimited. It's been on a rainy Saturday in Rosemont.
And Morgan Zirkle's squad, the Baby Blues, so many rookies. They've got some good veteran presence in the middle of the lineup, but it's been the breakout party. Caroline Jacobson, Rachel Becker, Sydney McKinney, she's been doing it. And then, of course, Gwen Svekis, there's the veteran in the middle of it all with the 2-run shot in the 3rd inning. But there's been a little something for everyone in this game for Team Zirkle.
12-3 is our score, 20 points on the line. The 5th inning was tied, so whoever wins this inning, everyone on their team will get 20 points. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration committed in planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 380 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. 28 trees today. Wow. First game was a 10-3 win for Team Romero. Right now, 12-3, Team Zirkle on top of Team Garcia.
Well, you look at the weekends for AU and you look at it kind of like a series that you would see in college. And you're going to have your aces pitch game 1, absolutely. So day 1 yesterday, and then probably rest themselves after a long outing, which is what we saw yesterday from the likes of Taylor McQuillan and Megan Framo, Rachel Garcia, Alyssa Denham. And then, so this day 2 is what you call the bullpen day, right? In the MLB is bullpen day. And then tomorrow is, I'm guessing we're going to see the aces back at it. So you might see day 2 for the doubleheader to be the offensive day. And then tomorrow, the score is probably a little bit closer just because those elite arms are going to go at it.
That makes sense. And those lead arms can make their own decisions too, because Rachel Garcia and Megan Faramo, both captains, and they can do whatever they want. If they want to pitch 7 innings, it's their prerogative. They earned it by being a captain. Svekis gets the walk, 3rd time today that she's been aboard. Walks are worth 8 points, so the leadoff runner aboard. Make your plans now to join us right here in Rosemont during Champions Weekend, August 25th to the 27th. We play our final 3 days of games and crown a champion. Discounted tickets and hotels are available at auprosports.com/tickets. Sixth inning. Rachel Becker. 2 for 3. Double and a single. Becker played at Purdue 4 years in the Big Ten and wanted to try things out in the Big 12. Spent last year in Stillwater, Oklahoma, playing at Oklahoma State. Sale gets the strikeout. Second strikeout for Sale. Here's Josie Muffley. What a day. Hitting in the number 9 spot, 3 hits, all singles. She scored a run, stole the base, and driven in a run. She's got 70 stat points today. I guess 70 stat and inning points.
But hey, if you're on a winning team and you're producing, that is the recipe for success. You've got to contribute to the win.
Told you the factoid about her. She is from Portage, Michigan, which is called Celery City. The mascot for the Celery City is Mr. Crispy. It's a stalk of celery.
Not Mr. Crunchy?
No, Mr. Crispy.
I would think crunchy for celery, not crispy. No?
I bet she has had a little cream cheese on the side of celery. Maybe some raisins on top of it, like a bugs on a log. Did that ever make it down to Tucson, Arizona?
I would not eat that, no.
What? Oh, my goodness. It's Nirvana.
No, thanks.
Well, you're not allowed in Portage, Michigan.
Well, that's sad.
I guess some people probably put some other type of pasty thing, peanut butter, I guess, maybe.
Yes, now we're talking.
You can have as much celery as anyone would want. It's supposed to be, what, negative calories? Isn't that always the legend? You burn more calories by chewing it than it actually is in it?
That's what I'm saying, so you're crunching it. So Mr. Crunchy.
Mr. Crispy.
No, disagree. I'm gonna take it up with him.
We need to have a chair chat or something like that with Josie Muffley. Swatted into the air. Hayward on the move. 2 down.
So
First time today the Muffley's been retired.
She can get out, apparently.
Somehow.
It's been that kind of day for Josie.
Here's Morgan Zirkle. Chance for the captain to get greedy. You got 20 points for innings here on the line. You got a run out at first base. Well-placed hit. Could score Svekis from first. And that's dead ball. Svekis will have to go back to first. Zirkle so far today drove in a run with the sacrifice fly in the second inning. Sac flies are a +10. Singled and walked in that fourth inning in which 6 runs were scored for Team Zirkle. Swing and a miss. Good job by Sale. She walks Svekis to begin the inning, but then gets Becker, Muffley, and Zirkle. Bottom of the 6th when we come back to Rosemont.
I didn't have the representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
You give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Called strike 3.
Everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
I've been sitting here thinking about this little camera, and it's on me right now, I think. I'm like having a big brother moment. Like, I can see this camera over here is following me, and I don't like that.
She's still on the mic.
Yeah.
You want to hear what you're saying? You got any
I'm not saying much.
words of
That's the
wisdom
thing.
for the fans?
I wish I did. It's right there. It's been fun.
Wave. Hi, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom and Dad.
I miss you so much.
And my brothers.
Aww. I got you.
I know at least one's watching. Maybe the other is too.
She's done a great job with the microphone and a great job with the bat in her hands. Caroline Jacobs hit 2 for 4 with a double and a homer.
It is so true. I'm sure they feel like they are their own reality TV stars. When you have the microphone on, you know the camera's following you.
Kaylee Clifton comes into the game. Softly to short. And McKinney flawless. 1 down. Nice play by Sydney McKinney. If Team Garcia can score a run here in the 6th inning, it'll be a +20 for everyone on their roster. 5th inning was tied, so this would win the 5th and the 6th inning with 1 run scored. Victoria Hayward. Barehanded whiz, throws it down the line. I think Vic would have been safe no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a single for Hayward, first hit of the day. And no one knows the rules better than Victoria Hayward. I'm here to tell you, she's going to be stealing.
And I guarantee you she was talking about the situation in the dugout because, like you talked about, you have the rollover inning point. She's going to be due up. She's like, I'm going to get myself on. Situationally, we've got to score me.
Successful steal is +10. They need a run. She lets Harshman take a pitch. It's high, ball 1. Harshman has not been retired so far today. A single, hit with a pitch, and a homer. There goes Hayward. Off-speed pitch. Oh, she picked the perfect pitch to run on. No chance for Svekis to throw her out. +10 for Hayward.
We talked to her earlier about who is the fastest player in this league. She says maybe Morgan Zirkle's got her by a step, but I don't know. She's looking pretty speedy there.
She's the all-time leader in stolen bases in Athletes Unlimited. That is now career steal number 20. So 200 of her lifetime points come just with her feet and her head.
If I was as fast as Victoria Hayward, Cindy McKinney, Morgan Zirkle, I would just not stop running. I would just keep going.
We rarely see steals at third.
If a right-handed hitter was up, there's the opportunity because you can do some things and maybe do a drag bunt, look, you know, start fake bunt, take steal type of thing, draw in the third baseman. Read the shortstop always. You got to see where they're positioned, but lefty hitter makes it almost impossible.
Swatted, and it gets down. Lorenz gets it on 1 hop, and station-to-station softball. Hayward has to stop at third. Harshman making someone throw the ball over to first where no one was backing her up. So Harshman continues with her wonderful day. If there's some outside-the-box thinkers when this game is all said and done, she's got a chance to possibly be the 3rd MVP. She's 3 for 3. She's reached base safely all 4 times with a homer.
Garcia's team needs to score some more runs before I'm thinking maybe.
You're not going to go with me on that one, huh?
I need to see some runs from Team Garcia. And very quickly, you're going to see after that hit, Captain Zirkle call a timeout. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change because of what's on the line here. They are in control of this game, but again, 20 points are on the line.
So Alyssa Denham, yesterday's starting pitcher, will come on for Team Zirkle. We're going to keep it here. Denham yesterday started the ball game and through the first 4 innings didn't give up an earned run. Scattered 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 1. Should be relatively fresh. She threw 61 pitches yesterday.
And she's a drop ball specialist. We'll see her throw some curves, off-speed pitches as well, but her bread and butter is that down ball. And so now with speed on the corners, you have Victoria Hayward at third, but only 1 out. You're looking maybe a double play ball here with Deja Mulipola. It's going to be some Arizona Wildcat on Arizona Wildcat crime here. It's a former battery.
Alyssa Denham has been a captain before, and whenever she's a captain, the temptation is for her team to wear jeans. At least some form of denim, right?
I will bring up, we had this situation, even though it was the last inning where Victoria Hayward was at third base, a pitching change. You have an elite hitter, and it was Sierra Romero. Now it's Deja Mulipola, but they had a walk-off squeeze bunt. This is a very similar type of situation where Team Garcia's got to get Victoria Hayward across. Do they do a squeeze bunt with Deja Mulipola?
I could see Harshman, who is one of the craftier players, she's going to steal. There's no way she's going to stay on at first and run the risk of Mulipola heading into a double play.
No, she's got to be put in motion, try and get 2 in scoring position. Here we go. Yep.
All right, there goes Harshman. There's the bunt, and it's foul. Everyone will go back to their base.
I can tell you Victoria Hayward wanted that. It worked last week, so why not try it again? If that ball was fair, she's going to be safe.
How many times in Deja Mulipola's life, and you've seen a lot of her games when she's a college player at Arizona, how many times has she been asked to just lay down a bunt?
I think that's the first time I've ever seen her bunt. I'm going to be honest with you. But that shows what's on the line right now. You look at the score and you go, what, 3-hole hitter bunting? Nope.
There goes Harshman. Oh, they throw through, and the ball gets away, and it allows Hayward to score. It's a +20 for everyone on Team Garcia.
Wow. They didn't even need the bunt.
What a big play by Harshman. 10 points for the steal, and 20 for winning 2 innings.
Gwen Svekis just cannot believe it. She's beside herself. There's no communication. Remember, these are 2 rookies up the middle, Sydney McKinney and Josie Muffley playing second base. Nobody had second base on the cover. The throw goes into center field, and Hayward easily with the run.
Only level of softball where there's such drama in a 12-3 game. You need to win innings, and that's what that run did for Team Garcia. They now have 4 runs. They're 8 runs behind, but that was a huge point in this game for everyone to get 20 points.
I'm really shocked that Svekis threw it all the way down. In that situation, I'm maybe just going to do a little fake pump and throw to third base, or maybe not even throw at all, to be honest with you. With how fast Victoria Hayward is, I don't want to mess around with that at all. And that throw was all the way to second, and nobody was covering. That's unfortunate for Team Zirkle.
Tell you what, when we look at the end of the game numbers, Kelsey Harshman is gonna, well, she began the day 52nd on the leaderboard, but she has got 2 singles, a homer, was hit with a pitch, she stole a base, and now her team has won both the 1st inning, the 5th inning, and the 6th inning. Big time day for KJ.
She just needs to be on a winning team, and then her numbers will be boosted up.
Harshman's now moved up to 48th. Sorry, 45th. So her team's down 8 runs, and she personally has moved up 7 spots on the leaderboard. It's a team game, but it's an individual game. Great pitch by Denham. Fools her former college teammate, 2 down.
She knows the power that Deja has in her bat, and so she goes back-to-back off-speed curveballs. This one, it's not the location that she wanted, but sometimes that does not matter. You just need it to be low and deceptive. And you can see that Deja was fooled out in front. It's a big strikeout for Denham in relief.
This all of a sudden is an important at-bat for Garcia. Garcia, the champion of the AUX season back in June. Relatively quiet day. She's got the 2 walks, which is +8, 16. But she's got bigger dreams than that. Normally games, well, we saw one just last week. She had 290 points in 1 game. She's got the 16 for both walks, and now the 3 innings they've won. That's 46 points for Garcia so far today. And that hitter, give her another 8. 54 points for Garcia.
Alyssa Denham's wondering if Rachel Garcia's left elbow was a little bit over the river. If the ball is in the river and the hitter's elbow is in that area, that should be a dead ball. If it's in the batter's box, that's fine. You can move anywhere you want, or not move at all. You don't have to get out of the way, but it's going to be that left arm, the one that has the elbow guard. Where is it? You can see her leaning forward for sure, but where is it right here? Is it over the river? And I don't think so. I think that's should stand.
All right, my phone's blowing up. I got the good people out there in Chilliwack, British Columbia saying, what exactly is the river? We talk about that all the time.
Okay.
Explain the river to people.
It's the space between the edge of home plate and you're going to see the chalk or the white turf of the batter's box. And it's just that little strip of dirt that you're going to see right there And that is where that's where us pitchers, we want to live, because if you throw it over home plate, especially in this league, these hitters are too elite. So you want to try and just work on the edges, and it's where your ball clips home plate, and so you're going to have movement. Alyssa Dunham has so much spin on her ball. She wants to work towards the edge where the ball clips the corner of home plate, and by the time it ends up right there, it's going to end up in the river. That was a little bit middle, but it's where you want to work the corners. You work on it so hard in your bullpens, hitting your spots, trusting your spin, starting it in a certain place, and then where it ends up. And it takes a good umpire to understand that the ball crosses home plate versus where it's caught are two different things. You've got about 2 feet of space where that ball's still going to move.
Two balls and a strike to Taylor Edwards. Oh!
That's a strike.
Denham really wanted. Look at Svekis.
That's a strike.
Still framing it.
I mean, that ball is on home plate. That's not even in the river, in my opinion. I'm looking at my Yachter Tech as well, so it validates a strike, but there it is, the river. So you see the ball that's on the edge of home plate? That's the river. And if you can utilize your spin, manipulate the ball, have it cut home plate, by the time it ends up in the river, that is, in the book, a strike. It's hard to see with the naked eye, though.
So the walk to Edwards, that's the first time that she has been aboard this weekend. Had been 0 for 6, but she at least is going to get 8 points for the walk. And the bases are loaded. Here's Jessie Warren, and if anyone is due, it is Jessie. She is beyond frustrated. She flied out with the bases loaded in the 3rd, and she popped out with runners on at 1st and at 3rd, and just 1 out in the 5th. Great hitters, great competitors. It's hard to get them 3 times in a row in high leverage positions. And this would be one. The base is loaded. Did Jessie just touch that ball?
After she foul tipped it, yeah.
That is a no-no. There are so many batters who would never touch the ball. Oh my God, she broke some rule. You are not allowed to touch the ball. That is just bad softball mojo, Jessie.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it's good softball mojo.
Wiz tags Rachel on the way by. One Bruin tags out the other Bruin. That'll do it, but it is an inning win. 2 innings, 1 for Team Garcia. Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Topps and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Welcome back, everyone. We've made it to the 7th inning. Ton of offense today. By far the most offense we've seen in any of our first 5 days of this is the 4th season of Athletes Unlimited Softball. Combined 16 runs in our second game of the doubleheader after seeing a combined 13 runs in the first game. Shannon Sale, she's earned her keep. Came on in relief in the fourth inning, got an out there. Got 3 outs in the fifth inning, did give up the home run to Jacobson, but then got 3 more outs without an earned run against her in the sixth. So she's recorded 7 outs. That's +4 for every out. That's a +28. Didn't give up the earned run, so take away the 10. She's a +18 in stat points.
Well, came in at a pivotal point where she gave Team Garcia, in my opinion, a little bit momentum. You have 2 strikeouts in the 6th inning, and then you go into the offense, and Team Garcia able to get that run across, which I'm looking at the scoreboard, 12-4, so the game very much in hand for Team Zirkle. But you look at the inning points, and it's split.
Are you trying to tell me she put some wind in their sail?
There you go.
2-0 to Amanda Lorenz. High, playable. Hayward makes the play. That's now 8 outs recorded for Sale. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Another doubleheader. First game's going to be on ESPN2. Team Baremo taking on Team Zirkle. That'll be game 1. Game 2 will be Team Romero taking on Team Garcia. Sierra Romero's team is 2-0 and looking like a juggernaut. Quality strike for Sale.
We didn't get to see Megan Framo, Captain Megan Framo, today. It was all about her bullpen, her rookie bullpen. So it'll be a good matchup. You'll have a well-rested rookie and Megan Framo ready to go against Team Zirkle, who looks like they're going to take care of business here today and get their first win of the weekend. And then have a team in Team Romero who is scorching hot, matching the jersey color of their team, orange, but I'm guessing we're probably going to see Rachel Garcia get the start for her squad, a team that's going to be looking to rebound and leave this weekend feeling good going into week 3. There's a lot on the line tomorrow.
No doubt. It's going to be a quick turnaround, too. They're going to play tomorrow's games and then name captains and then have a draft. And then, remember, it's off to Greenville, North Carolina.
That's right.
Play some championship season games away from Parkway Bank Sports Complex here in Rosemont for the first time.
That'll be so fun for this group. It's like field trip week, right? Let's take our talents and take our show on the road. Of course, they do love playing here in Rosemont. This is their home. They're so comfortable here, treated so well, but I think it'll be fun, a little field trip time.
Gibson works the 1-out walk. Well, yesterday, just a incredible performance by one of the younger players in this year's field, Megan Framo. Complete game, just like a horse.
Just in control, and you always wonder how a first-time captain is going to react, and she's also a rookie. That's so much all in one weekend, and she was out there unfazed, in control. It was an elite nightcap pitcher's duel between her and her former teammate, Rachel Garcia.
135 pitches. You think she could turn around and start herself tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
High fly ball, right side, foul territory. Piper runs out of room.
Oh, yeah, that's what she did at UCLA. You pitch Friday, you pitch Sunday, and you do it. Go get it.
15 years ago, you pitch Friday, you pitch Saturday, you pitch Sunday.
That's what I did.
And then you brush your teeth with your opposite hand for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Here's your leaderboard. Sierra Romero leads her teammate, Mia Davidson, on the leaderboard. Garcia currently in that 8th spot. Garcia began the day first.
That Team Orange, they are going to get broken up next week, I can tell you that. There's going to be a lot of players in demand.
Fly ball deep left center field. That'll get down and bounce against the wall. Coming around third, the throw. Not in time. Gibson is safe. Wins with an RBI double. So the offense continues for Team Zirkle. They now have 13 runs scored.
Well, Delaney Wiz heard us talking about Megan Framo and Rachel Garcia and said, hey, I played there too. Let's talk about me a little bit. Love to watch her hit. Such a good swing. Does such a nice job going up to this pitch. Hits the rise ball very well.
All right, MVP points could be on the line right here for Caroline Jacobson. She's got 2 hits. Both of them have been extra base hits, a double in the second, and her first pro homer in the 5th. Team Zirkle, they won the 2nd inning, the 3rd inning, the 4th inning. They didn't win the 6th or the 7th or the 1st. But now a 1-0 lead here in the 7th. And Jacobson strikes out on 3 pitches, just knew it. It's almost like the ball hadn't hit the catcher's mitt and she was already running to the first base dugout.
Yep, sometimes you just get fooled, tip your hat. It's a 3rd strikeout for Shannon Sale. 4th, actually. Came in relief in the 4th inning and finished that inning with a strikeout, and then picked up 2 in the last inning, and here's 1 strikeout for her in the 7th.
Pacano's going to bat. Gianna Pacano's going to hit. First time we have seen her this weekend. So an opportunity, runner on at second, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. I've seen a lot of softball in my life. I've never seen this. Gwen Svek is the on-deck batter, and she's actually not close to her dugout on the first base side. She's on the third base side. I guess she doesn't want to get drilled if there's a foul ball off the bat of Pacano. Have I just not been paying attention? Does that happen more often?
It's not a collegiate rule. You'll see it in internationals where the hitters that are on deck, you like to be on the side that you're hitting on, right? So if you're lefty, you'd be on this side. I'm pointing to my right side, their left side. Svek is a right-handed hitter. She wants to be on the right-handed batter's box side. So she's getting her timing in for the right side.
Well, much ado about nothing. The strikeout Pacano, but a run does score. Team Zirkle, they're now up by 9, trying to win the 7th and final inning. Back in a moment.
Rounds third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Well, a long day here in Rosemont, Illinois, coming to a close. This is going to be the final half inning, the bottom of the 7th. It is a 13-4 lead for Team Zirkle, but we still have something to play for. 7th inning, 10 points on the line, and don't give up on Team Garcia. They've got experience. They've got good veteran hitters. Can they catch lightning in a bottle? We shall see. They need a whole bunch, but it could happen. Jasmine Jackson, Lily Piper, Sis Bates expected to hit against Alyssa Denham. Denham coming on an inning ago in relief of Haley Wagner. Starting pitcher Mariah Masson. Masson is in line to get the win. She pitched the first 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, both of them earned. Really, after the first 3 batters of the game, she was lights out. Team Garcia didn't threaten in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. First pitch, strike 1 to Jackson.
A really nice outing for Mariah Masson. I'm just kind of already peeking and thinking about tomorrow. about who Team Zirkle is going to throw in the first game. Thinking maybe start Denham, bring in Korick, maybe vice versa, combo of those two. I thought Denham looked really sharp yesterday, but then you have Masson in her outing today, so kind of enter her in the mix. So Captain Zirkle's got some choices for tomorrow. I think for Team Garcia, it's no secret who we will see there. Did not see Rachel pitch today.
And then you get Faremo.
Faremo, yep.
Call her own number for Team Faremo.
And then my guess is McQuillan start, and if there's any trouble or you just need a little bit of a change, you finish with Alexander for Team Romero, the undefeated squad.
Well, they got an abundance of riches. Alicia Ocasio was really good today. Clubbed high in the air. Jacobson camps underneath it. One down. Yeah, looking at the roster right now, I guess, jeez. We talk about Romero and the offense that they've had and how well they played as a team. On their roster, they got Odyssey Alexander, Taylor McQuillan, Alicia Ocasio, and Carrie Eberle.
Right.
Good golly.
And the separation, to me, for AU is the day two, I would say, quotation, bullpen pitchers, number 2 pitchers, whoever you want to draft in the order, who's hot, who's got the hot hand at the right time, who's stepping up in the circle on day 2. I think that's the separator in AU. And today was Alicia Ocasio. Came out and just set the table for Team Romero.
And got MVP 1 because of it. Yep. 60 points for Ocasio. Piper, third baseman whiz. Great scoop by Gibson. 2 down. One more out to get for Denham. And we are going to have, is Kaylee Clifton still in the game? Yep, Kaylee Clifton's going to hit, trying to keep the game alive. Team Zirkle scored 1 run in the top of the 7th. So for Team Garcia to win this inning, they need to actually get 2 runs. If they tie, the inning win goes to Team Zirkle. So some work to do with 2 outs and the bases clear for Team Garcia. Clifton batted an inning ago and bounced to short. Denham came out of the pen an inning ago. She got 2 outs. She's got 2 outs here in the 7th. Nice little day out of the bullpen for her if she can get another out without a run scored. Chopper could end the game. Whiz, Gibson, ball game. Denham gets a 1-2-3 inning, and it's a win for Team Zirkle, their first win of the weekend. They win the 7th inning as well. It's going to be a big points bonanza for everyone on Team Zirkle.
The individual points, to me, is going to be standing out because there were a lot of at-bats in this game for Team Zirkle. They swung the bats well.
So that's going to do it. 2 games in the books here in Rosemont, Illinois. Win for Team Romero in our first one, a win for Team Zirkle in the second. For Kenzie Fowler, for Savannah Collins, I'm Eric Collins. We'll see you tomorrow.